Hi, my name is Reverend Liz Bounds. I'm here to talk about the bill that has been passed that lawmakers believe they now have the authority through the police and the military to detain American citizens indefinitely without due process. It's an important issue to discuss. We've seen it coming for a long time, and it's just the latest in a long series of rights that the government believes they have the authority to infringe upon. There are several problems with this idea. The first is that their authority is in fact derived at the barrel of a gun. The government says, pay your taxes and do as we say, or men with guns will come and they will take you to prison. No institution on the planet, no person on the planet has that moral authority. And we only pretend that governments do. Back to the point. We have the idea that the government gives us permission to do certain things. But the United States government did not grant the American citizens the right to free speech. The United States government did not grant American citizens the right to keep and bear arms. These are rights held by every single person on the planet. Yes, even the crazy ones. Yes, even the guys you don't like. We all have the right to our own minds. We all have the right to find property, build a house, feed ourselves, live in peace, security, and comfort, so far as we can create it for ourselves. The government did not grant you permission to have freedom of religion. You have freedom of religion. You have freedom of speech. You have the right to voice your opinion. You have the right to protest. The government is sworn to protect these rights. And here is where things get really tricky. Because our government has failed in its duty to protect our right to free speech. The bankers and the corporations are telling the government how to run the country, and they're doing it. They do not want us to smoke pot or do drugs of any kind. They do not want us to have tattoos or have piercings. They want us to wear our neat little uniforms, show up to work, do what we're told, keep the economy moving, and keep the military-industrial complex rolling ever forward. They've bought our politicians. But you are a person, and you hold all the power. You and your friends, your family, everyone else to the left and to the right who thinks like you do, who knows that this is insanity and it must stop. You have the right to speak. You have the right to protest. You have the right not only to keep and bear arms, but in fact the right to use them to defend the personal freedom of yourself and everyone you know. Those who believe that you do not have that right are seriously mistaken. If you look at the early works of our founding fathers, they make it very clear. The government does not exist to grant you your rights. The government exists, if for any reason at all, to protect the rights of the people from those robber barons who have shown themselves again and again in history willing to throw entire civilizations into chaos and conflict so that they can make money. Money. How much money do you have in your account? Would you go to war with someone for that money? We continue to contribute to this system. I admit I continue to contribute to this system. I actually have a job in corporate retail, and I'm very sorry for that. I'm very sorry that I'm continuing to do what I truly believe to be morally and ethically invalid. And I'm working on stopping. And it's not easy, and I understand that. But if you take nothing else from this video, please remember this. Your rights are your own. The government doesn't grant you permission. And when they fail to protect your rights, or when they themselves, in fact, go so far as to try to take them away, they are beyond dereliction of duty. It is treason.